Hi guys, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with the next part in my design team project for Deb at Artzology, and I'm using her pattern cards. I'm using two different sets, so I will link those in the description box below. And today I am making some pockets or tuck spots or just embellishments, as it were, with the cards in their full state and some fabric. So I'll show you the ones that I made before coming on today. If I can get them apart, my hands are frozen. So here's the first one. So it's just sewn onto this piece of canvas or duck cloth or something of that nature. And then this one. And this one. And this one. So I went ahead and did the sewing part before I came on because, I can't do that actually on camera. If you don't have a sewing machine, if you don't want to sew, you don't have to. You can just glue your paper to your fabric and it works just fine. So no sewing machine needed. I did round my corners and inked this up as well. So now I need to trim it because I have more fabric than I need. So I'm just gonna trim it and then fray the edges again. And you could eliminate this step by measuring your fabric ahead of time, but I don't do that because it's too much work and I'm lazy, I guess. All right. So I hope you're all having a great day. I'm filming these ahead of time because we are getting set to leave for Florida to help my sons move into their new apartment. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and fray this up, and it usually happens fairly easily. Just make sure I'm in frame here so you can see what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm filming this on Thursday, but my son is leaving. My youngest is moving on Saturday down to Florida, but we're going a few days later with the rest of his stuff because he's just taking his car. And it's starting to get real, and I'm sad. I'm really sad that, the house is going to be empty. It's going to be very weird, but it's what happens, right? That's our job as parents, is to get our kids ready for the world. And hopefully I have done an okay job at that. and he's ready. I think he is. I'm very proud of him and his brother. They are both, I could not be any prouder of my children. All right, so I frayed that up a bit. And then what I did to create this piece on the front, I used this punch from Hobby Lobby. Oh, it's not gonna, there. And I do not have an alternative for you, but you don't have to use, you don't have to use this shape at all. You could punch out anything. If you have other punches, you could do that. If you have die cuts, you could use those. You could just use a square. You could freehand a shape, whatever you would like to do. But I wanted to use another one of Deb's cards to make the front piece. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know about you, but I'm like, I have like a love-hate relationship when my punches have this little thing on them. I'm not sure. All right, I'm gonna try to get some of those leaves and maybe some of the darker color at the bottom. There we go. And then I'll ink this up real quick. And this one, I think, I was doing them like in the corners. So yeah, this one needs to go in the upper corner if I want to keep my pattern. And then I just have some words from my stash of words, and I think we'll use memories. How about that? We'll use memories. Just cut this out real quick. And if you know, it's pretty simple to create words if you don't have any in your stash yet. I mean, there are lots of people. I have some from Tracy Fox that are awesome. You know, there are people that have them digitally in their Etsy shops, and that's fantastic. But you can also just go on to a word processing, you know, program on your computer and print your own onto tea or coffee dyed paper, and I think it works fabulously. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. Whoops. I'm doing this no spend challenge, so I'm trying to give you tips on how to do things without having to spend extra money. You know, I mean, that's always a good idea, even if you're not doing a no spend challenge, right? All right, so then I just put some cheesecloth behind it. And this happens to be tea or coffee dyed. I'm not sure which, but you could just use, you know, whatever you have. Doesn't even have to be cheesecloth. You could put lace behind it. You could put fabric behind it. You could put nothing behind it. It doesn't, you know, doesn't have to be, doesn't have to be anything. So what I usually do is leave more than I need and then trim it after I've glued it down. So that should be good. And this is just how I glue cheesecloth. I saw this is how Tracy Fox does it, and I learned a lot from her. So anyway, I just lay the cheesecloth down, because if I try to put glue underneath that cheesecloth and like push it down with my fingers, oh my gosh, it's just a nightmare. I just use Fabri-Tac, and I use quite a bit of it in the center, and then, you know, just some on the edges, because it'll go right through the cheesecloth and hold everything down at once. And I've, you know, had great success with that. It's never an issue. So I try not to push too much on the sides, because I don't want it to come up, you know, I don't want it to come out onto the cheesecloth if I can help it. So I push in the middle first, and then just kind of lightly, oops, see, it happened a little bit down here, but that's okay. I wasn't watching what I was doing. But yeah, I just kind of just hold the center, so you know for sure that you've got everything attached well there, and then everything else will be fine. All right, and then I just take my scissors and randomly kind of trim my cheesecloth, so it's not, you know, so it looks neater. Whoops. All right, so that's it, guys. That was nice and quick, right? There we go. And so then you have a nice little pocket or, you know, tuck spot, or you could embellish this more and put it on the front of your journal. Yeah, the possibilities are endless. All right, guys, so that's it for today. I will be back with another project using these beautiful cards by Deb at Artzology. All right, have a fantastic day, guys. And until next time, take care. Bye.